Hello, hello, my brothers and sisters in the spirit. I greet you all with love and light of the Most High God, the infinite creator, source of all things, source within. Welcome back. I will be doing a series of videos this week. I've been doing them back to back, like every other day. I just haven't been uploading them. But please be on the watch for those videos, for those whom choose to watch, for those who are seeking, so shall you find. All your sister is doing is sharing her experiences. I've done videos in the past speaking about hearing this high-pitched frequency sound, just ringing, shall I say. I've done videos about it in the past, okay? It was pretty much the beginning of me coming to my spiritual awakening. First, I was starting off, hearing like ringing in my ears. And I don't know if it was like 3 or 4 years ago. You have to check back my vault. I call it the vault. I've been doing like videos for what, about 4 or 5 years, I believe. 4.5 years. But anyway, that was also one of my turning points in me awakening, as far as hearing this ringing in my ear. I'm 47 years old, and I started hearing ringing in my ear when I was at the age of 44. A couple of days before I turned 44. Now, I would say about maybe the day before I turned 44, I started hearing ringing in my ear. I started hearing it on that Friday. My birthday was on that Saturday. And I had came into some information, and the Most High God had led me to somebody to watch on YouTube, because that's how the universe works. It always leads you to the right person at the right time, because I was seeking, I was seeking, but I didn't know I was going to come into that kind of information. But it was meant for me, I was seeking, and I came across, this lady, and, she was talking about, she was a channeler for one thing. And she was channeling Metatron. And if you don't know who Metatron is, do your own research. I'm not here to be judging nobody, and I'm just going to speak from my experience, my testimony. But anyway, that's who she pretty much channels, Metatron, right? And she was dropping some knowledge, and it was something that I needed to hear. She was talking about how at a certain date or during a certain time, people were going to start hearing this high-pitched frequency that's going to be coming upon the earth. This burst of energy from source that's going to be hitting the earth, and it's going to affect everybody differently. But for the most part, people are going to start hearing ringing in their ear. And I've talked about this before in my past videos, so it's nothing new, okay? And so I was just listening to her, just checking her out. And she wasn't the only one I was checking out. I was checking out another lady too. And I was just, listening to her. And for the most part, it was going in one ear, not the other. I was like, okay, here goes somebody predicting something, but I was just checking her out because I found her very intriguing. And I was listening to her, and I was like, I said, we'll see, But I think I was still kind of open to it. I was listening. I had a listening ear, but I think I was still doubting at the same time. But I was still open to hearing what she had to say. So I was taking it all in. And actually, I had watched her video that following week. I think it was on a Wednesday. I was watching her video. Wednesday, I said Wednesday. And all I know is that going on that Thursday night, I believe, no, that Friday I started, that Friday evening, because it was time for me to go to bed, I started hearing ringing in my ear. And, first it was like, beep, 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 beep. It was a certain tone I was hearing. I was like, what is this? Anyway, make a long story short. So, throughout that night, I was just hearing it, I was even able to go to sleep, but I would wake up in the middle of the night still hearing it. And it was loud. It was like it was trying to get my attention. And so I just sat there, just taking it all in, because like I said, I was open to it. I was taking it all in. And on my birthday, that Saturday, I turned 44, and I was hearing it all day. And from there on, I'm sorry if y'all don't get distracted. I'm seeing an image while I'm talking. Sometimes this happens when I'm speaking about certain topics. But anyway, from there on, it's like your sister have been picking up on information from within. I've been like receiving downloads, and that's pretty much what it is. It's like making contact. It's pretty much like a wake up call for those who have ears to hear, for those who are willing to answer the call, shall I say. In the word it says, many are called, few are chosen. And that's the truth. And when it comes to that, you can take it how you want to take it, but many are called, few are chosen. A lot of people are hearing this, they don't know what it is. I didn't know what it was, but I truly believe that I was really open to it, because once I started to hear it, I remember that lady that was talking about it. And yeah, I thought she was a little cuckoo. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, really? Ringing? Really? But then I finally heard it. It caught my attention. I said, oh, I remember when that lady was talking about it. Wow, this is a real phenomenon. And I took it in, and back then I was doing some meditation. So I started applying it to my meditation. When I started hearing that ringing, I started to meditate. I stopped everything and I started to meditate. Now, for those who can't stop everything and meditate, because you're at work while you're hearing it, that's okay. But, during the times when you're not working, during the time when you're not busy and you're at home, that's a time when you should just stop what you're doing, stand still, and meditate. Because what you're doing, you are receiving information, okay? Because the Most High God is trying to wake his children up. And you are receiving information, downloads, okay, from the Most High God children. And there are many. You have a lot of celestial, benevolent beings that are trying to contact his children and wake them up, okay, for such a time as this. And I just happened to answer that call because I was open to it. And, from there, my life has never been the same, because off and on, I'm hearing it. Like this morning, I've been hearing it. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop after I do this video, and I'm going to go within myself. It's sort of like they're saying, stop what you're doing. We have a message for you. We have information that you need. We're trying to contact you. It's pretty much they're knocking, and they want you to answer the call or open the door, shall I say. But that's the time to really stop what you're doing and answer the call. Stop what you're doing and meditate, okay? Whether you see anything or not, whether you are, hearing voices or not. And for the most part, I don't think you're going to hear voices, but you're going to hear that ringing. And that ringing is doing its job alone. Your inner man is picking up on this information, okay? And let me tell you this, you are receiving it, you are taking it in, and it is affecting you in a mighty way, because you know that from the time you've been hearing this ringing, you haven't been the same. You know that for yourself. You haven't been the same, okay? Life as you know it has changed greatly since you've been hearing this ring. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. I don't know if it's one of my guys or, anyway, I apologize. Around this time, I get real sensitive. I don't know about many of you, but in the morning, I'm very sensitive to the spirit realm. I'm very sensitive, period, as far as what's going on through the veil. Anytime around in the morning, all the way up to about 1 o'clock, I'm real sensitive, and I pick up on things just like this. And that's a time, within that slot, I like to meditate. But for the most part, I meditate from either 11 or 12 o'clock, okay? But anyway, family, I'm only speaking for myself. When you feel the need to meditate, and you can meditate, but notice, due to a lot of the distraction that's going on, it's kind of hard for many people to meditate, because they're so caught up in the world, in the cares of this world, and people have to work. A lot of people just eat, sleep, work, and when I mean by play, during their leisure time, they're drinking and just doing a whole lot of stuff, but they're not taking time for themselves, to go within themselves. And this is so important. We think our outer appearance got to be all this and that, and yeah, you take care of your outer appearance, but on the inside, you got to take care of your inside as well. You got to take care of that spiritual muscle, okay? One must go within themselves daily, according to Psalms 1, day and night, if possible, if you can. you know. But if you can't fit that in your time, day and night, at least meditate twice a day, at least get it in once a day. Because see, something special is going to happen. And Psalms 1 tells you that you're going to be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, and you can bring forth your fruit in your season. And whatever that fruit is for you, it is for you. You know, the Most High God give his children gifts, you know, and everybody is psychic in a way. Well, not in a way, but everybody's psychic. But due to the fact that, you know, we lost our memory or who we once were in the past life, you know, we don't know the inner gifts that we have, shall I say. And a lot of times we are blocking it also due to watching too much TV, caught up in all this false light, when you have a real light that's inside of you, that solar light, okay? The cosmic solar light that's within you. Many people don't even know anything about that, but the Bible speaks about that. The candle, keeping oil in your lamp, that's what that is talking about on the inside. But that's a whole other video. But many people are seeing that light that's within them, okay? Because they are diligently seeking and they are finding, you know, they are working on themselves, you know, they are mastering themselves. And that's what it's all about, loving yourself enough to go within yourself and to, you know, seek, shall I say. But other than that, this video is pretty much about the ringing in the ear. Beloved family, when you are hearing this sound, that's a time to stop, you know. You might can't, you know, meditate like you really want to, but just stop and close your eyes if you can. I don't care, go in the bathroom. Just stop and be still and just listen to this sound. Because a lot of times, you know, you'll hear it for a couple of seconds and then it fades out. But during that time you are hearing it, take it in, you know. Be open to the sound that's coming through. Okay? Because the powers that be is trying to stop a lot of people from, by due to distractions out here, as far as ignoring the call, ignoring the ringing, shall I say, due to a whole lot of TV, just keeping people distracted left and right. What's going on with the news? What's going on with the celebrities? You know, just due to a whole lot of chaos, you know. But we find our inner peace by going within ourselves. And meditating alone is healing. It is therapy. It's the way of you getting back to self and connecting with source, okay? That's what the ringing is all about, answering the call. And when you're answering this call, you're being still, and that's the best time to meditate. That's the best time to meditate, when you're hearing that ringing. But I know a lot of things I'm saying is going to go in one ear, not the other, because many of you watch me for entertainment. I can't do anything about that. I love you from where you are. But it's going to be a time when you're going to start hearing this ringing, and you're going to remember that lady, just like I remember that lady that spoke about it. You're going to remember that sister that was speaking about this and how important it really is. They have a commercial I saw with this man talking about some kind of research, but those who are hearing ringing in the ear, they call it tendonitis or whatever. And you know, I'm sure, you know, it has its place. A lot of people are having hearing issues, but that's not what it is. That's not what it is. But they're trying to cover it up because they don't want people to see it for what it is. So they want people to go get their ears checked to try to correct the problem, you know. But all it's doing is putting a Band-Aid on it, you know, so people won't tune in to these frequencies. But for those who know what time it is, see it for what it is, embrace it. Such a time as this, people are waking up big time. Don't fall for the okie doke, okay? There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your hearing, okay? You know, just like my eyes just fine, I sun gaze any time of the day because I have adjusted to it, and I can still see, you know. Just like they try to tell the sun's not good for us, that's a lie. And they try to tell you, oh, you're having this tendonitis, this ringing in your ear, you need to get your ears checked. There's nothing wrong with your ears, okay? You're waking up, you're answering the call. That's all I want to say, family. Remember, when you're hearing this ringing, for those who are open to it, take time to be still and meditate, okay? All it is a quick and especially for those who third eyes awaken. Meditate, answer the call, take these frequencies in. You never know what they're trying to download to you for you to see, okay? And have no fear, all right? Fear is an illusion, okay? And the only ones who's going to benefit from fear is these low vibrational entities and spirits, the disembodied spirit. They're the ones going to feed off your fear, okay? Raise your vibration and walk victoriously as a child of the light, as a child of the sun, as a child of the Most High God. I love you in Christ. I'll be back with another video. Yes, indeed. And as you see, sister is feeling a whole lot better, okay? Thank you, my brothers and sisters, for your prayers, your love, as well as supporting my channel. I love you in Christ, and bye for now. And answer the call. When you hear it, answer the call. Be still and meditate. And take in these downloads, okay? Because not only are these downloads from sun gazing, it's downloads also from hearing these frequencies. Peace.